All right, what's up, everyone? Now, going through this magazine, the March 84 Sports Review Wrestling, and it's covering Starrcade 83, as you can see. I'm going to get to the photos here in a second, which is neat to see, even though they're black and white. Like I said, Sports Review Wrestling always kind of gave you a real good detail picture story of what happened at the event. And this is great. If you didn't get to see Starrcade 83, you got to see it via this magazine with these pictures. Just that match was something, eh? Piper and Valentine. Just something like really cool. You get to get a little idea of what happened at the event if you didn't get to see it on closed circuit or in the arena. Like I said, these magazines are so hard to turn the papers because the paper is like look at that. Like they're old now and they don't feel as textury. Textury, is that the word? I don't know, but that's what I'm going with. I want to talk about this though. Atlanta, Georgia, the $25,000 tag team tournament. Now, I don't really know a lot about this. But look at that. Pork Chop Cash versus Randy Savage. So that's the first time that I remember seeing Randy Savage talked about in a magazine here. I know Bill from Pro Wrestling Mags did a video on Randy Savage in the magazines. And he had a lot of early stuff from other magazines that I didn't own because he has everything, which is awesome. But look at that. Randy Savage aims his elbow at a fallen Mongolian. And there we see Jim Neidhart right here, too, in the black trunks. That's the back of Jim Neidhart. Who else do we have here? Anyone else? Hacksaw Duggan. We got Troy Graham. Oh, Troy Graham. That was the Dream Machine, right? From Memphis Wrestling, if anyone remembers that. He feuded with Jerry Lawler. Hey, look at that. Macho Man again. Right there. And here. So that's kind of neat. We also got some singles matches. Jake Roberts and Mr. Wrestling 2. And Ted DiBiase versus Brett Sawyer. Also made, I guess that, and here, this must have been the main event, maybe? The Road Warriors versus Buzz Sawyer and Tommy Rich. Now, would this have been... This would have been after their feud. The Sawyer-Rich feud. So I believe that was 82. Because Buzz Sawyer ended up turning babyface to help his brother Brett. And then he ended up, I guess, tagging up with Tommy Rich here. Dallas, Texas Star Wars. So this is World Class Championship Wrestling. And looks like it's the same old stuff. Terry Gordy, Kevin Von Erich, yep. Buddy Roberts, Missing Link, yep. David Von Erich versus Kamala. Mike Von Erich versus General Skander Akbar. That's Mike's first wrestling match. And I only know that because I just read it in either The Wrestler or Inside Wrestling of the same month. They talked about how he defeated General Skander Akbar in his first match. Junkyard Dog. Man, JYD wrestled everywhere at this time frame, right? He was in Texas. He was in Mid-South with Bill Watts. He was in Georgia. He just kept doing a circle of territories. Kerry Von Erich versus Michael Hayes. Yeah. And that's it for that. So those are some interesting things. Let's take a look here. Most popular at the time was Buzz Sawyer, Jimmy Snuka, Dusty Rhodes, Junkyard Dog, Andre the Giant, Tommy Rich, David Von Erich, Hulk Hogan, Bob Backlund, and Dino Bravo. And most hated was Abdullah the Butcher, Greg Valentine, Jake Roberts, Hacksaw Reed, Nick Bockwinkel, Ted DiBiase, Ron Bass, Kevin Sullivan, the Magnificent Morocco, and Masked Superstar. Look at those names. It's interesting seeing some of the guys in different territories that you either don't remember seeing or were just not familiar seeing. Now look at that WWF one with Bob Backlund as champion. That just reeks of that era, right? But if you would take Backlund's name out and put Hulk Hogan's name as the champion there, it would look like a normal 1984 WWF ratings. So that was going to happen in the next month or so. We got Georgia. DiBiase was the man there as the champion. Bundy was in Georgia at the time, as you can see. So was Jake the Snake. Florida, Ron Bass was doing wonders as the Southern champion there. Mid-Atlantic, as Greg Valentine would be the United States heavyweight champion, which is weird because they got Ric Flair as number 4 for Mid-Atlantic, yet Flair is the NWA World Champion with Greg as number 1 there. So you'd think that Flair wouldn't even be listed in this because he doesn't have to be. He's not gunning for that title. He's the NWA World Champion. World class, we got Chris Adams as the man at the top there. Mid-South, the JYD. There's no surprise there. We got Crusher Darso there, though. That would be, of course, Demolition Smash. He's at number 8 there. And Boris Zherkov, who ended up becoming Boris Zukov. And he must, that was when he left Mid-Atlantic to go to Mid-South to become Boris Zherkov. He was Private Jim Nelson in Mid-Atlantic. Mid-Southern, which of course is the CWA or USWA or Memphis City Wrestling or Championship Wrestling, whatever you want to call it. Stan Lane and Dennis Condrey, 2 Midnight Express members there without actually ever being a team, since it was Bobby Eaton was the team with both of those guys. And the Northwest. Look at that. You got Rip Oliver, Billy Jack Haynes, Dynamite Kid, Playboy, Buddy Rose, Matt Bourne, Chavo Guerrero Sr. That's a territory that doesn't really get talked about a lot, is the Pacific Northwest territory, PNW. And there was a lot of studs out there at one time, like Scotty the Body was there, who was Raven. Crush was there, Brian Adams, the Harris brothers, Ron and Don Harris, were out there as well. It was pretty cool. Anyways, just a little video. I thought, why not? Because of the excitement of Starrcade 83, some of these photos, I thought you'd get a kick out of seeing some of those photos, especially the Randy Savage stuff. That's very cool. Very cool. So, yeah. Just something to do tonight. I was looking through this magazine. I thought, you know what? Let's do a video. Let's have some fun. So until I do my next one, I'll talk to you guys later.